And C.Houshmand, the most recent winner, returning to Bells and fresh off a huge semi-final result over in El Salvador. Same story for M.McGillivray, who had a semi-final performance at Punta Roca. And L.O'Brien, who's just so insane on tour. As we break this one down, his opening ride that we're seeing now for the first time. Morgan, what'd you see in his style here?
Yeah, he belted that first section. It's a pretty tricky wave to surf. Oh, wow. And nice connection on the second part of the bowl, and then finishes it in the bowl. 3 turns. That's like kind of goal, getting 3 turns in the bowl. So that's a pretty good way to start. 5.83. Pretty, yeah, he's stoked on that.
What's he like to hang out with, Morgan?
Yeah, Lob's good. He's got that. He's super mellow on the outside, but then on the inside, he's...
Booth for the call. Morgan, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, yeah, stoked to be here. Cole getting a quick start here.
That's right, Cole already throwing down a big turn, blasting again. Looks like he's just as comfy as he was last season.
Wow.
Third move looking solid. Board looks like it's got the flow. About 34.5 liters of volume in that surfboard. 6'3", 225, just S-ing his way down for a finishing move. He kind of feels like a champ with that performance out of the gates, putting pressure.
Get you all fired up as Cole gets a good one as well. This one by Cole that's a real good way to start. 3 turns on the bowl as well, and kind of just really explosive. So it's looking good. Good heat. Good way to start the heat for the lads, and it's on.
What a sign from Cole, being the defending champ. Straight into that one, Flick.
Yeah, I think, we mentioned in the first morning show, what kind of sort of feelings come, with being a defending champ. And Cole, there was a little piece that got put together by WSL. And
so obviously all you guys shred hard, but on the mental side of it, what has Nathan Hedge really given to you? Well, hold that thought. We've got Lobby going for it. L.O'Brien, who Morgs has spent a lot of time with over the years. Hasn't had anything super major yet, but he'll fade. Clean roundhouse with a nice punchy rebound. And now waiting for an inside track here. Trying to frame up that little wrap and maybe a potential finishing move approaching. And Lobby really having to earn that one. Already has a 5.83.
I think for me, it's confidence is what I'm seeing, because he's picked up right where he's left off. It looks like he's sort of found that connection again with the bowl. Like you said, Morgs, he found one where he could get 3 turns done there. As we look at this second one again from Lob. So this one, obviously, the wave not offering as much as the first one. Not too many big sections, but I mean, tradesman-like approach, just getting it done, gets the finish on the inside. Beautiful little slam there. So
21 on the clock still. Some opportunity here setting up for M.McGillivray. Semi-final was solid at Punta Roca, into the runner-up finish to Jordy Smith. All South African final that we got to enjoy. Gosh, he's got a cool frontside carve and a very unique style. Really strong. Can reach for a lot of different maneuvers on the fly, and he'll ride away here. So we're kind of hanging with a lot of your camp, Morgan, from the past years, especially that rookie season that you had so much success. It was every time we looked up, you were with Matthew and with Liam.
The judges always love it when you finish on your feet here. And yeah, getting a few turns in the bowl. This wave by Matty was kind of a hard one to surf, but he made the most of it. Pretty flowy. Big first carve, and just kind of connected the dots through the bowl, which is, it's kind of the name of the game here at Bells.
It's cool to see that line on where he tracks on some of those carves. They're like slingshots, but he's staying high. And then he knows when he does have a bottom or when you don't. I mean, trying to get another one for the goofy footers. Looks like he's going to roll into this one over the whitewater. C.Houshmand on wave number 2. Goes over the top of that section, finding a nice rhythm off the bottom. Nice controlled fading cutback. Matthews getting started behind him. Great connection for Matty, and
let's break it down now. So bigger wave, kind of that first wave of the set, a lot of lump and bump here to deal with, and you can see he gets a little bit caught up on that first turn. Picks a nice line through that section, drops down here, tries to find the bowl, Sends it up there into the lip, but this section here just...
And Matthew's trying to really get a nice follow-up turn for what was a great start out the back. Just a little setup arc. The man from J Bay is just keeping that line solid even though the wave's going flat. And now pushing hard for a last little snap off the top. Well done for Matthew McGillivray to stay light on his feet through the flats there, but a big explosive first turn flick.
Sends it up there into the lip, but this section here just... It almost like maybe he didn't need to go up for that other turn, should have just waited for that last section. What's your take on that, Morgs? It would look really tricky.
Yeah, I think he thought that it was going to back down a little bit. A lot of the sections kind of back off a little bit, and but yeah, if he had to just kind of, instead of going for the 2-for-1, just one big belt, he probably would have gotten a high score. So, but I don't know, it is what it is, and
you'd paddle up here, you'd try to get a boat to get yourself to Bell's Beach. Year after he paved that road, we saw the first contest happen. As we now get the replay, Liam O'Brien.
It's a little bit more exciting maybe. And when it's offshore and perfect, all the old blokes are out there on with the 8-0s and the 9-0s, and they're catching every wave and dominating. So, you know, these waves, when it's like this, I can kind of catch my little insiders and sneak away. So, yeah, I felt really comfortable out there, and you know, I felt like my board was the perfect, you know, kind of balance of, it had that spice, but it also had the drive when I needed it. So thanks, Jason.
Cole's gonna play defense as well. Houshmand looking to better a 3.83. Little setup turn, has that cool, strong stance, and then match with an easy, fluid tempo. Nothing major now, just making sure that Matthew is off this wave, so a real defensive wave so far. And nothing going to be really climbing up on the screen as far as scores, but he stayed on his feet. He's kind of fishing his way through some points, and now we'll run out of time, Morgs.
And I was just after it.
And if the score didn't matter, like if he didn't get the score, they just would have moved on, you know, but they took some time there just in case. That means Matty probably got pretty close to changing the outcome of the matchup.